creators is we asked them to integrate call to action within the script. What does that mean? So Abdul for Magic, again, going back to Abdul, was in Medina. That was years ago. He was a kid still, about 7-8 years ago. He gets stopped because he had funny hair, and the officer was telling him, please cut your hair properly, but the officer recognized him. So Abdul decided to utilize this moment. So he went to the officer and asked him, hey, how about we shoot a video, we tell people what happened, and I agree with you, I will cut my hair, I'll say that on the video, and I will commit, and at the same time we'll ask people to subscribe. He got 5,000 subscribers from that video. Why? Because it was integrated within the script of things. So what happens? We'll talk about the psychology of the viewer in that sense. Another content creator from Germany, forgot their name, does sketches. The guy acts out every single character. 2.5 million subscribers, not getting any more subs. In one of the sketches, he decides, he gets stopped by the police, right? So he's both characters. He decides to cut character, look at the camera, with background music, like very dramatic music, and then he gives a speech about subscribing means you're subscribing for the glory of Germany and the glory of Angela Merkel back then, and so on and so forth. It was very hilarious. So he kept his identity as a comedian, applied it to his call to action, and he got about 16,000 subscribers from that call to action, right? These are the ideas that you can think about integrating. I don't know, you tell me, hey, I can't do that, I review books. Well, take that book, have a subscriber pad on one of the pages, and once you're very excited, show it to the camera, interact with it, break that moment, that immersion, and get people to agree with you. How do people agree with you in these moments of time, or in time? People tend to be highly agreeable on a highly emotional moment. So in the case of our comedian, in that moment when he broke character and made people laugh, it worked. He didn't know it was going to work, it worked. And he made people laugh. In that precise moment, that influx of emotions helped people or enabled people to agree with him. Think about mob mentality, think about when you're in a concert and the singer does something very stupid, normally you wouldn't react to, but in a concert, because everyone goes wild, you're like, I have to go wild, and you go wild. You don't really focus, you're swept away by that wave of emotions, right? It's the same principle that applies on a micro level. And this is how you operate. This is why live stream is really good. Because you're interacting with your fans live. Your fans have access to you now. Okay? And these principles apply to everything, whether you're news, whether you're whatever. It applies to everything. So these are the concepts that you need to, so use playlists to discuss that, okay? All right, so these numbers are placeholders. I know you want to take photos, so I'm going to step aside. These numbers are placeholders. They're not actually reflective of every single situation, but we'll talk about it. So your content format, or your content type, you go on how to make Boukhiyya, you see a video from 15 years ago, it has 200 million views. It's still very relevant to you. So what happens then? This is search that is prevalent. Remember before I told you suggested and browse, right? But this is in the general case of things. But in certain cases, you've got search. So in this situation, this scenario, we're looking at 60% views from search. Again, placeholder numbers. Okay, then home and suggested. Chill beats, these are playlisty things. Chill beats, 50% views from playlists. Who here, when they're working, listens to a 3-minute song? Okay, what happens after the song ends?
Another one.
Next one.
Yeah, but how do you pick the other one? Sorry? It's a playlist.
Yeah.
Right. You're either listening to some, this is very warm by the way, I'm starting to sweat. You either listen to a playlist that is, a track that is like 4 hours long, right? I do that. Because when videos start switching, I get ads. I don't pay for premium, I'm cheap. So, and they don't offer it in case you're wondering. I don't know if our leadership is here, but you should listen to that. So, chill beats to study too, so we get the playlist. I either listen to a 4-hour video, or I listen to a playlist, right? And this is where the views come from in certain cases. And then world news today. Who here is newsy? Awesome. News sits basically on the homepage. Why? People subscribe to news channels to save them. Some people interact with them on a daily basis but never subscribe. Can you hear me while you're like looking at me like that? Are you all right? Is everything okay? Sorry? Wow, okay, focus some more then. Perfect. If I see your face relaxing, I know I'm doing a bad job then. All right. So world news today, 80% comes from home because 80% comes from the recommended in this scenario. World news, because I interact with it every single time, it pops, I don't subscribe, it pops on the homepage. It's always there. The algorithm's telling me, you keep watching this channel, like Al Jazeera, for example, or Al Jad, or Al Arabi, or Sky News, whatever you watch, CNN, RT. You keep watching that, but you're not subscribing to it, but you keep watching it. So here you go again, here you go again, here you go again. This is how it operates. So don't worry. So once you understand who you are on the platform, you don't need to worry much about whether, Karim said I need to be suggested around 45% plus recommended around whatever percent. No, it depends on who you are and how the algorithm reacts with you. Because it's based on what viewers do, right? We go back to the viewer. Right, 20 minutes. So YouTube's recommendation system finds videos for viewers, rather than viewers for videos. We don't bring the viewer to you. This is why, when you ask me, why versus non-subscriber watch time? Exclude now YouTube Shorts, okay? Page, think about all this stuff. Any takers? There are no stupid answers. Yes?
You're doing something wrong because they're not subscribing to you. So are they bored? Are they finding other competition or?
But you still get them, right?
Yeah,
they're not subscribed.
I almost have exactly that. I have 70% that don't subscribe.
Yeah. It means about the type of content that you make dictates that as well. It's like tech channels as well. Yeah. We'll talk about that. It means that you don't hold the initiative. You are landing on their homepage, right? Because they're watching you now. But let's say they switch habits. What happens then? You will be part of their watch history, right? But watch history doesn't always surface all the time. It doesn't have the majority. All right? Let's say Ramadan is coming up and you decide to make a music video. You know, pop. So personalization, by understanding what videos the users has enjoyed in the past, we're able to surface more videos the users most likely to enjoy in the future. Everything we've discussed, basically. Then we look at what videos are bundled together. The algorithm analyzes this, what videos are bundled together. Then we're able to identify videos which are likely to watch but haven't been exposed to yet, what we've discussed before. And then by understanding how much of a channel or topic a user watches, we can identify what to recommend. Let's say you're an Arabic content creator. You want to know if you want to play Fortnite now or some other game, Minecraft, but you also have to account for people. So this is basically trying to depict the funnel. So appeal that people choose to watch the video. So I saw the video that I clicked, so click-through rates, so impressions, click-through rates, I clicked. Now I've entered. Once viewers start watching, did they stick around? So this is phase 2. Now my video views are low, but the click-through rate and average view duration are fine. What is happening? Other videos outside your channel are likely to perform even better. External factors. Okay, so it's part of external factors. External factors also mean off-platform events. Does changing video's title and thumbnail re-rank the video in the algorithm? Maybe. Honestly, forget the answer here. If you want to read it, it's good. But I'm going to tell you something because we're running out of time. It could work against you. It could work for you, and it could work against you, depending on what you do. So give yourself some time. Some videos actually take a month to take off. It happens. If you feel like a thumbnail, a title needs to be readjusted, you can do that. But remember that if you make a mistake, it could work negatively against you. It doesn't mean the first option is always the best option also. So you need to experiment. Monetization does not affect video discovery. We studied thousands of channels that took a break and found no correlation, right? But we never advise our creators to just disappear. We go back to options, choices, too many content creators delivering. If you are unstable, your audience might be annoyed. Now, if you are a content creator like Joe Hattab or Omar Farouk or so on and so forth, these people, they need to travel to make content. They make high quality production content. So their audience is used to it. So they've been conditioned. Remember we spoke about that at the beginning. They've been conditioned to absorb that type of behavior. So Omar Farouk, he disappears for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, comes back with 4 episodes. So he's like seasonal. Then 4 weeks. In the meantime, he uses YouTube Shorts to keep blasting that channel to new viewers all the time. Shorts is a discovery tool right now. Shorts is, I don't know, marketing on steroids. Like use YouTube Shorts, but use it widely. If you are uploading once a week, a 10 to 15 minute video, you can upload up to 3 to 4 shorts. Do not skew your watch time towards shorts if you are a long form channel, because then the algorithm will calculate, oh, this channel performs really well with viewers that watch shorts, so I'm just going to keep pushing shorts all the time. And it will push shorts. It's happened. Again, subjective observation. Okay? So what I do with my content creators, I keep it balanced. Right? So if you have like 15-minute watch time, 15-minute video, you probably get out of it 4, 5, 7.5 minutes of watch time per week, which isn't bad really, if you're consistent every week. You can complement that with YouTube Shorts, up to 3 to 4 shorts. Okay? If you upload on a daily basis, do whatever you want with shorts, so on and so forth. You need to keep long form watch time and shorts watch time balanced. If one of my videos underperforms, is that going to hurt the channel? No. It's just a video that's underperforming. Right? 3, 2, 1. Focus on your audience and the algorithm will follow. If you enter YouTube thinking I'm going to make money tomorrow, don't do it. You'll get frustrated. It's not because YouTube doesn't make you money, that's not true. That is very not true. You need to enter YouTube thinking about leveraging its main strength, and that is community. I don't believe, we can argue this all day, but I personally don't believe any other platform can help you build community like YouTube does. Once you manage to get to that point, everything else will follow. You will hold the initiative. You will hold the initiative for brand deals, you will hold the initiative for, I don't know, performance on the platform algorithmically, your subscribers are watching you more and more, so on and so forth. It translates into too many positive things. External factors. Interested in the topic, competition and seasonality. Let's say topic. If you're a football creator, you can access 3.5 billion viewers. Right? Again, placeholder numbers. Cricket, 2.5 billion. Sorry, my fellow Indians and Pakistanis. I mean, if anyone has played golf before, please let me know. That's fine. So, golf, 450 million views. You are growing, you will grow, but you are niche. So, you need to understand your nature and accept that your growth won't be exponential. You will not grow like Osimargo, for example. Right? Or whatever, whomever your favorite YouTuber is. So you are niche, you compare yourself to your niche. If you are one of the biggest YouTube channels in this niche, you're doing really well, you're successful. But maybe you're successful at 200,000 subscribers with 15, 20,000 views, right? You're not successful at 800,000 views and 20 million subscribers. So, competition. Even if your video is performing well compared with other videos on your channel, it may receive fewer impressions if videos from other channels are performing even better. Right? This is where you compare yourself. You don't say this guy, and then we'll take some questions. Seasonality is key. You need to understand something, that on YouTube, you've got parents have to chase their kids for homework, kids have homework, university students have tests, so things dip a little bit. Then it starts to pick up again up until the summer where it goes back up. However, if there's Ramadan here, we have 5 minutes, but I think we can extend it a little bit. Okay? Basically, you need to get picked up. It's slow because you need the audience to start catching on. And it takes time on YouTube because long form is not viral. But now what you can do is utilize YouTube Shorts. So he's asking, I don't know if you've heard, the gentleman is asking, why is it so slow to pick up? Failing again, you need to fail and let things elaborate because this is how you learn it. Yes, and then we'll move to, yes.
I would like to know if the tags actually have an influence, the last 5 tags, maybe...
I'm sorry, text? Text? The tags, sorry, let's go.
To keep them always the same, maybe the last 5 one in the same order, to be shown as the next video in the following content that's been suggested. Yes,
so the sequence of tagging doesn't really change much. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Tags are like a fishnet. If you fish in the same waters every single day, at some point in time, you won't get any fish. So, and again, tags are not going to create a strategic difference in the channel, but they're important, they need to be there. They're like the screws in a machine, right?
But has it an influence on the video that's been successful after the video has been watched?
I'm sorry, has it
Has it an influence on the video that's shown after my first video has been ended? That the video out of my content, the next video is then shown out of my channel. Has it an influence whether I have the same text in the show notes or not?
So basically what tags do is help the algorithm identify similar audiences. Because you're telling the algorithm this topic is about, this channel is about, this video is about certain topics, right? You're tagging everything. You're tagging, I don't know, travel, let's say China or whatever, Ibiza, whatever, right? And these tags then signal the algorithm to search for, if your video is successful with your audience, to search for new audiences that have similar affinities, and then it is brought. Now, if you're talking about your videos, comparing your videos to one another,
To be successful to the same person, so nobody else can
oh, no. Don't think about these. Honestly, I cannot answer that question. Don't think about these, don't overthink these. They just have them, be strategic with them, and let them do their job. Because again, we go back to topical content, right? Remember when we were talking about topical content? And if you were to create a series of a certain topic, you have a higher probability of getting returning viewers onto your videos. So this is what you need to think about. Think about how can I capture returning viewers? What would incentivize someone to come back to me, right? So tags will help, of course, but if I'm subscribed and engaged in your content, I will still see your content.